Welcome, boys and girls of WyoNation, to the first and last football pregame show of the 2026 or 2025 season. I'm already on to next year for good reason.
We're on to next season.
Yes, but welcome to the WyoNation Pregame Show. I'm your host, Chad Smith, joined this evening by Mr. Brad Reed. Good evening, Brad.
Yeah, good to be here, Chad. I have watched way too much college football the last 2 days.
It's not possible to watch too much.
I think, I maximized every amount of screen space that I have available to me over the last 2 days. So I think I had 4 FCS playoff games going today, a couple Division II playoff games going.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't check any of those out. So maybe we could talk a little about that. But we are here tonight to talk about the Wyoming Cowboys, who will be closing out their 2025 season in Honolulu against the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And it's going to be a very, very uphill battle.
But at least we're playing for a trophy.
That's true.
If they found it.
A trophy game. Yes.
If they remembered it, that is.
Yes, the Honolulu Trophy. Who did we win last year? I think, didn't we win?
I think
we hold it. We hold the trophy.
Yep.
Which is great. We hold the boot, of course. Do we still have the rifle? Or did they take the rifle back? I think they took it back. I can't remember these things.
Ooh, I don't remember if we have that or...
We may have all three in our possession at least for a little while here.
I'm almost positive that we have the rifle. Now we're gonna go back and look.
Yeah, you do that.
No, we don't. We lost to Utah State last year.
Okay, I thought so. I wasn't sure. Well, that is good. So we are here to talk about that and some other things. We'll talk about the situation in the Mountain West right now, where the future of the conference champion is, going to be decided by your computer overlord.
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to go the Rochambeau style, that'd have been cool too, but or, like I said before we started the podcast, they're gonna do it like they did in Friday Night Lights and just meet in a random small town in Colorado and flip a coin.
I like it. Or roll some dice or something.
Yeah.
Like an 8-sided die. So, all right. Well, let's I did actually prepare some keys to the game. And not that I think any of them matter, but we'll do it anyway because it gives us something to focus on and talk about. So let's do that.
Don't turn the ball over. Oh.
No, I went a little different, right? So here we go. Your 3 keys to the game. 1, limit explosive passes by Hawaii. Of course, Hawaii is one of the best passing teams in the country, 289.7. And so really, right, you can't be giving up the 40, 50, 60-yard passes. Wyoming needs to limit what Hawaii is doing, make them drive the field, make them go, 10, 11, 12 plays. So keep the throws underneath. And Wyoming, right, to their credit, we are kind of built to do that with one of the best passing defenses in the country. So this is strength on strength. But I still think on the road, it's going to be a hard deal. But yeah, your thoughts on key number 1.
Well, you've got Hawaii, who's coached by one of the most prolific passers in NCAA history, in Timmy Chang.
Timmy Chang.
Timmy. I mean, it feels like the Timmy Chang was kind of the OG of these like really explosive passing offenses, right? He kind of came around before, the Hawaii quarterbacks of like, Colt Brennan. And I think he was after Nick Rolovich, and Nick Rolovich was really good too. But, then you kind of saw the emergence of guys like, the Texas Tech guys and, whatnot. So, I think Timmy is like one of the, older school quarterbacks in that respect. But, I'm almost positive he was the all-time passing leader at one point in his career.
Yeah.
But he's been long surpassed by Texas Tech quarterbacks.
Exactly.
So the guy knows what he's doing as far as, designing a passing attack, right? And, I can't, I'd have to go back and look this up, but was he part of like the Jerry Jones, Mouse Davis days in Hawaii?
Chang?
Yeah.
I think he was, yeah.
So, yeah, I'd have to go back and double check my what's on that, but that's possible, I guess. But yeah, so he he knows what he's got on his hands here, right? And so, but luckily we have Aaron Bull, and that bodes in our favor because he's done everything he's can this year to kind of keep the wheels on the bus. So it's going to be tough for the Cowboys to limit the explosive plays because I think the offense is playing so terrible that they're going to be forced to be on the field a lot.
Yeah.
They're going to be dealing with like coming onto the field after another 3-and-out type of thing. So,
yeah, it's going to be real difficult in the second half to limit the explosive plays for sure.
Yeah, the Cowboys are probably, they're used to playing in the thin, dry air of Laramie, and now you're in maximum humidity in Hawaii. So, that can kind of have the opposite effect on a team as well. So,
yeah, we talked about the weather in the midweek show. Last I remember, someone told me that it was going to be like in the mid 60s. So the temperature is not going to be too high, but you're right. It's going to be humid, obviously. So
yeah,
something to watch for there. All right. Number 2.
Quickly sap the defense.
Win the sacking battle. Hawaii, right? They dropped back a lot. They allowed 2.7 sacks per game, which I think off the top of my head is like 8th worst in the Mountain West. So Wyoming needs to get pressure. Take advantage of that, right? Get strip sacks, get pressure, cause bad throws, get the quarterback down. And that's how you're going to – the only way we could really slow down Hawaii's offense is to, just attack from the defensive line.
Yeah, and, luckily for the Cowboys, getting pressure on the quarterback and, our defensive line and linebacking crew is top notch. And so I think that they can probably get to the quarterback. I don't think that'll be a huge problem for him. So, but you got to get to him quick enough before they make a throw downfield. So it's kind of give and take there. But I think we have the horses on the defensive front seven to get some pressure on the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. And then we will go with a number 3, as you can see, create extra possessions, right? Through turnovers, special team flips, turn those hidden yards, right? Get those hidden yards and get new field position there. Because it seems it's the only way we can score points, right? The only touchdown we scored against Nevada is because they gave us the ball at like the 20.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's what's going to have to happen. You're going to have to take chances. I don't think we've seen like a fake punt or a fake field goal very often. Maybe like one fake punt this year. Or am I wrong? I don't think we've done much of that. And you should, right?
I don't recall one, but
yeah,
that doesn't mean it's not hiding anywhere either.
Yeah, tonight could be right. 4th and 3, fake punt time, right? We have nothing to lose. We're terrible. We've all suffered through this season. So give us something to chew on tonight, Mr. J. Savell.
Just give us that little shining glimmer of hope that we had at the end of last season when we beat Washington State.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about that. So those are the keys to the game. If you got some, let me know. But I thought I'd give us some structure, a little bit of structure tonight. But yeah, this is very similar, right? Because, well, it's not. Because, A, it's not a conference game. Washington State was pretty much checked out at this time last year. They were a big favorite, though, and we won. So do you think there's any chance we can do that tonight?
Yeah, it's possible to catch Hawaii sleeping. I'm sure they're looking forward to their bowl game that they're probably going to play at home. It would be funny if they got sent to Boise though. But I think that it's possible.
Okay.
Not the way the offense has been playing. That's been horrific.
Sure.
But and I'm sure we'll dig into this later in the show. But if they can get, if they do give Mason Drew some actual good, decent reps and not run weird play calls where they just send him running, and give him a chance to run the legit, first string offense, who knows? Anything could literally happen. So
true, but that would require good coaching.
Well,
which right, which I don't think
you got to make do with what we have.
Yeah. Yeah. My only concern in terms of catching these guys off guard is that It seems that we always play them late in the year, like no matter what. I wonder if we ask for it. It's like always in November or December when we play at Hawaii, but it's senior night for them. And of course, they take that very seriously with the number of Hawaiian and Polynesian players they have. So they're going to be amped up for their last time playing on the island.
Yeah. Yeah. And, they're still on the island, but they're still in their weird little converted track stadium. So it's not going to be an overwhelming crowd by any means.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Even if they, do have a lot of people there. So,
no, yeah, I'm just saying that team wise, right, they're going to be amped and ready to play. So yeah, but we could talk. So let's talk about this quarterback thing and this offense thing. I don't hear any words coming out of the coaches that make me believe that anything's going to change.
Probably not for this week.
I don't understand why they're not doing more. And I don't understand, like you said, the weird play calls. So just make this clear. Some people are trying to tell me that Drew's a runner. And I'm like, no, he's not. I looked up his high school stats. He barely ran. He's not a runner. He's a pocket passer. Why are you bringing in a big pocket passer to run zone reads just for the sake to run zone reads? Coaches need to put players in the best position to succeed. And our coaches are just running plays just to run plays. It's maddening.
It's almost like they think it's going to keep them guessing. But you have to be
they're like, this is such a stupid play call that the defense will never see it coming.
Yeah. You can't have these types of guys like running the ball like that, right? Like
like Caden Anderson running the zone read. Stop. But I guarantee you're going to see it 3, 4, 5 times tonight, and he'll get like a yard if we're lucky on any of those. I mean,
and the crappy thing is running those kinds of plays are what end of the season for Landon Sims, and it's like, we could have not done that. But.
At least he's right the quarterback you want running those, so that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the problem, right, with running quarterbacks is it's not if they get hurt, it's when they get hurt. So that's why you have to pick a lane, right? You can't live in both worlds. You can't have a bunch of pocket passers and then have one guy who's mobile, because you run him, he gets hurt, he's gone. You need to pick one, right? Either have a bunch of pocket guys and you run the same system for everybody, or you have a bunch of mobile guys and you run the same system for everybody. They need to pick a lane. And that's part of finding our identity. What do you want, right? And the same thing it took. I mean, Bull, I think, kind of liked, or Vegan, I guess, to be more exact, right? Kind of liked your mobile quarterbacks that we saw with like Josh Allen and Chambers and Levi Williams and that such.
He liked him so much at Montana State, he ran 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And that works. So again, but you can't mix the worlds because they have different skill sets. And that's why we're having such a problem now, is because they want to keep those plays in the playbook, but it's a round peg in a square hole type of deal.
Yeah. And Caden might be mobile enough to, pull off a run once in a while, but I think he's been hurt. He's hurt his knees so many times. I think he's just doesn't want to do it.
He can't run. Yeah. And he's been just battered all season too.
Yeah. This season, but
certainly not fresh.
Even in his previous life, when he was in high school, like he's just taking a beating, and you can't blame a kid for not wanting to,
right?
Yeah. So you can't really blame him for not wanting to get, crazy running the ball.
So I just want to see, give us some hope, because right now I have no hope because they keep running the same stuff, and that, right, there's a lot of things to be questioned about. And I think this is going to be, unfortunately, for better or worse, this is going to be the last time you see several coaches on the Wyoming sideline. This is going to be the last time you see players on the Wyoming sideline, because things are going to change, and they have to change.
Yes. Saville has to go into self-preservation mode pretty quickly.
Yeah. And he did it already, right, with moving the chess piece he could, mid-season, getting rid of Jay Johnson, bringing in Bo Knight.
I
think it's pretty clear that unless Bo Knight wants to run a completely different system and he has ideas of who he can bring in, right, for key coaching roles, I don't think you can retain him. But you may be forced to because, right, it's kind of Savell is in, like you say, self-preservation mode. So are you going to be able to get a quality OC who knows that basically you have 1 year to get it done or you're all getting fired?
Yeah.
That's where we're at. So
yeah, it almost feels like kind of Joe Glenn's last season where he brought in Ron Richards and just threw it at the wall to see what stuck, and it didn't. But the other change that wouldn't surprise me to see happen is the turnaround that Aaron Bowles had with this team. That it could turn out to be like one of those Scotty Hazelton situations where there's a team out there that needs a defensive coordinator, and they'll come sniffing around.
Hey, I didn't even thought about that, but it's possible. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a team out there that'll give him a shot. Absolutely.
How disastrous would that be?
Disastrous.
If he left,
disastrous.
It'd be very bad.
Yeah, but it's a possibility that's out there. I mean, I think he's probably shown that he's earned a promotion in paycheck. It's not a promotion to go DC to DC, but it is a promotion to go paycheck to bigger paycheck. So
maybe, I don't know, but I'm trying to think. He would almost have to go to a Power 4 school, and I don't see that happening after one halfway decent.
I bet the American Conference probably pays their coaches a little bit better too.
Maybe.
But yeah, Power 4, but
geez, thanks, Brad. Now you're making things even worse for us with these crazy things. But yeah, I just want to have some hope. Just do something different, right? This is football. Have fun. Do something different.
Maybe we come out and just start throwing the ball like 60 times tonight.
I don't know. So, and I've done a lot of stat work. So when the off season hits here next week, I'll probably show you some crazy stuff that I've dug up. It's pretty wild.
Probably depressing too.
It is. It's very depressing, in fact.
Good.
But
yeah, I like to approach my off seasons.
Yeah. But I mean, but at the same time, right? And we did mention this in the midweek show too, is if they can hit the right buttons like they did in the offseason with the defense on the offense, then they have a small chance to turn this around because the defense was very as bad as the offense is right now last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they turned it around. But I don't know if they have anybody in-house who has any type of vision or anything to turn the offense around. So that's kind of the question there. But I go supposedly in theory they could, but I think I had a thought. I'll run this by you. Right, the transfer portal policy this last offseason was bring in lower school guys, and that worked for the most part on the defensive side for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now the guys that they brought in from smaller schools on the offensive side hasn't really worked at all, and I don't know if they fit. And here's my idea: is that right? It's better or it's easier to find those FCS guys on defense, right? Because defense is defense. It's, scheme, gap. But when you're on offense, you're a running back, you're a wide receiver. It's not about scheme or anything. It's about your athletic ability. And obviously, if you're in the FCS, unless you're like dominating, right? Unless you're an FCS All-American, chances of you coming to the Mountain West even and, taking a step forward is probably pretty rough because you're not the athlete that these other guys are. I think
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I know Montana's got a receiver right now. His name's Michael Wortham. He was a transfer from Eastern Washington, came across the mountain, and he would very easily be wide receiver 1 for Wyoming.
I know, but he's a Big Sky. He's an all Big Sky wide receiver, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, unless you're like the top of the top, we're grabbing guys who like barely performed in the FCS.
Yeah, and I think Monmouth just had a running back hit the portal this week, and he would start at pretty much any FBS school.
Yeah, but we brought in like a guy who had like 12 catches last year for like Southeast Missouri, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and that's the thing is like you can't just like go grab whoever's on the market, and maybe that's who's available. I don't know, but
yeah,
I mean, if you're going to go grab guys in FCS, you got to grab guys that have actually been contributors. And the same with Division II. I mean, and everybody talks about this one, but the shot that Ole Miss took this year on Trinidad Chambliss, and they brought him in to be a backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They got him from Ferris State Division II, and he was there to be a backup. But Ole Miss, the starter, got hurt, and Chambliss came in, and the guy might be one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and he made a 2-league jump.
Yeah.
And honestly, you could call it like a 3-league jump, if you count Group of 5 as being, a league.
Sure, I got you. Yeah,
from, Group Power 4.
I mean, that's Disney movie stuff. There might be if Ole Miss wins the Natty.
Jeez, yeah.
Might be a Disney movie.
Yeah, so it's possible, and I don't know what Chambliss. I don't know a ton about his like Division II. I just know that Ferris State's really good, so I assume he was probably part of that. But yeah, I mean, if you go out and grab FCS guys, they have to be contributors to their team and show that they can put up stats at the FCS level. Don't go grab guys that are just like, well, they're kind of just hanging on the outskirts of the team. And
like Fitzgerald, I think, was the guy. He had barely caught any balls. Big guy, but just not a factor. Same thing, Richardson. Another FCS wide receiver, not a factor. Now, again, we saw people who are factors. Who was we got that wide receiver from Hofstra a couple years ago. Right. He could ball out because he caught balls at Hofstra.
Yeah. And, there was that time way back when the Cowboys were grabbing players from like the junior colleges, like Snow College and.
Yeah. Who never played.
No.
Yeah.
What was it? Mazi Agbana was one of those guys, I think. And.
Yeah.
Yeah, always had big hopes for him and just never, really hit the go button. But
so we'll see what they do. We'll see how quick decisions are made, and I think they're going to have to be made pretty quickly. Signing day is next week as well. Wyoming looks to have a pretty decent class
coming
in. Right? I don't know. I don't know what their goals are. Right, that's the problem. You never know. The recruiting's on the pretty quiet.
I thought I saw something where they had like 20, 25 guys, something like that already.
Yeah. No, it's a big group, and they need them, right? We'll see how the numbers. We'll see who actually signs. I don't really follow it anymore because you never know.
It's impossible.
So we'll see who gets signed, and then we'll break it down, see how that fits within the roster construction and the roster limits.
Yeah.
I'd imagine we'll get a couple guys poached. That always happens right on signing day.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens.
What date is it the portal officially opens? That's after the New Year, right?
The portal, I think, January 6th or something. When is the title game? Or it's after the title game.
Is it?
Yeah. But as you've seen, I'm sure, watching the FCS, right? I think if there's guys who from Wyoming are leaving, you're going to find out starting tomorrow. Wouldn't surprise me if we heard a couple names. FCS, as soon as the FCS regular season, I subscribe to that portal account on Twitter. I get nothing but ding, 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 ding. And it's just FCS guys crazy.
I saw, I think it was Sunday after last Sunday, it was UC Davis running back as the portal, Monmouth running back as the portal.
Yeah.
As soon as selection Sunday is over and they see that their team is, Monmouth was right there as one of the last 4 out, I think. And as soon as they did make the postseason, that back was in the portal. So he'll be a contributor somewhere.
Yep. So I'd imagine the guys who really went out, I think in this next week, you'll start hearing, even though the portal doesn't officially open, but it's not stopping thing. I'm already hearing about guys who the portal's not even open yet and they're taking school visits.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what kind of stupid system are we running here in college football?
Nothing's on the up and up for sure.
I mean, and they even said it wasn't Nick Saban who was like, did you hear him? He's like, what the hell are we doing?
Nick, you were part of this.
Yeah, I know.
You were literally part of this problem.
Well, I mean, he retired before it got too late. He's one of the reasons, right? Him and Bowl kind of retired for the same reasons. They were just didn't want to deal with this nonsense.
And it's only gotten worse since they left.
Big time. It's
way worse. Keep getting worse.
Yeah. So again, I'll support whoever's on the roster, and that's how you got to view it. But Wyoming, some roster turnover is nothing to cry about.
I wonder how many we'll see on between the flight tonight and tomorrow when we wake up.
Well, guys hitting the portal while they're on the plane?
We've seen it before.
No, I don't think that's going to happen, but maybe.
I mean, there's probably guys like that are already know that they're leaving, and they're just going to be like, all right, fam, good knowing you.
Yeah.
God bless. It's in God's
So we'll
hands
see.
now. All the other stuff that they tweet out when they do it.
We'll see. Before I forget, let's talk about how you can actually watch this game. I know Brad is doing some research, and we talked about it on the midweek show, or I did. So it is on the Mountain West Network, but with this caveat, you can only watch it on a cell phone. So you won't be able to get it onto a computer. And even like on an iPad, Brad tested, what happened on the old iPad?
On the iPad, the app loads as if you were looking at it on your phone. So it's a lot of black space with a tiny little window in the middle of your action.
So the weird Hawaii TV deal, you can watch the game is the only way, but you have to watch it on your phone on the Mountain West Network, either on the Wyoming website or on the Mountain West website. I have got an old phone that I'm going to cast to my TV, which I've done in the past as well. So that works out well. So if you have an extra phone lying around and you have some kind of casting device, that's the way to get it onto your TV.
And I have seen this work in the past where you can download the Mountain West app on your Roku, and I think that works.
Okay. Yeah.
I think. I've watched Wyoming games on the Mountain West app on my Roku before. So I guess we'll try it again tonight and see. If not, I'm watching the Iron Bowl.
Anything? Why is someone doing that? We'll see here. All right, let's talk about the bigger picture in the Mountain West right now. Brad, can you kind of give people the laydown of what's going on at the upper levels of the Mountain West, something that we will never see, unfortunately.
Something that we will never see in the Mountain West. Oh, where we're picking.
Well, no, we're like in the conversation to be a title contender in the Mountain West is what I meant by that.
Oh, well, we're picking them by a computer. You mean that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, oh boy, this is. I don't even know where to start with this. So there is currently, I got to go back and look it up. There's currently 3 teams tied at 6-2 at the top of the Mountain West, with UNLV currently, I believe. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure that UNLV is still beating Nevada.
I'm watching it. Yeah, they're up 28-3 on Nevada, the very same Nevada that beat us in Laramie.
Okay, so yeah,
very sad.
Yep. So you can probably just book it now that UNLV is probably going to take home their Fremont cannon, keep it painted red, whatever else they do with it,
and improve to 10-2 in the first year under Dan Mullen.
Yeah, just kind of continuing what the foundation that Barry Odom laid. So we're going to have 4 teams tied at the top of the Mountain West at 6-2. There is no
crazy, by the way,
clear tiebreaker in this because they've all kind of beaten each other.
And they haven't played each other either.
And not all of them have also played each other.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the computer rankings to solve this. And I got to go find it again.
And I think if I'm right, it should be Boise and UNLV based off the rankings. Right?
Maybe.
Because New Mexico's like the lowest for sure.
Yeah, I got to go look. But Chris Vanini from The Athletic had the algorithm that they use for the tiebreaker.
Okay.
It's not pretty. It's like a combination of like 3 or 4 different polls, I think.
Yeah. And I think that's the chart I saw that showed that New Mexico was like way further down than the other 3. So they're out. I would based off what I've seen.
Because so the 2 highest ranked teams from a combination of the S&P Plus, the S&P SOR, the KPI, and SportSource. So
okay, so Bill Conway and his S&P Plus is.
I love the S&P Plus.
Highly rated by the Mountain West, apparently.
Yeah, I like looking at the S&P Plus, like the whole 806 rankings.
Yes.
that they have North Central of Division III beating Division I UMass,
Yeah.
like FBS UMass,
Hmm.
and that's funny because UMass is that bad.
Yes, they are.
Um,
Let's see. I was getting pictures on the interwebs here of Wyoming warming up. Tonight's uniforms are white tops and brown pants, if you're curious.
Ooh, that's not a great combo.
I think they look good. They're not bad. I prefer the all white on the road.
Yeah.
Or the gold pants if you're going to do something. But hey,
Have we done white gold on the road this year?
I think they did. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we got a 4-way. We'll have a 4-way tie. We'll know our Mountain West championship participants probably tomorrow. Maybe tonight.
Tomorrow morning is when they're going to announce it. Yeah.
It's just them like just tapping a button on the Excel spreadsheet and saying calculate.
Pretty
That's
much.
like literally all it is. So I personally think it would be rad if New Mexico ended up in the title game. They've been such a great story in the Mountain West this year, just as far as Jason coming in from Idaho and replacing 75 guys on the roster and still managing to go 9-3 in his first season. Like, what a freaking turnaround.
Yeah.
If only. Do you think Jason Eck will be at New Mexico next year?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get hired right away.
Oh, just a thought I've been having.
I mean, I don't know who'd go after him. Depends on, I don't know his history. I know he was heavily linked to I think he's from Wisconsin. He's heavily linked to the Wisconsin job, but obviously that is not coming open now.
Maybe. So, they did lose to Minnesota tonight.
Well, I mean, they've pretty much he signed a contract extension, as far as I know. Fickle
did. But we know that those don't mean anything.
Well, they do if it made his buyout more. So why would you extend a guy and then fire him? I mean, really makes no sense.
The problem is there's going to be a lot of dominoes falling here really quickly.
Yeah.
Probably as soon as tonight or tomorrow.
With the Kiffin decision, right, is really what's going to set that off.
Because one way or the other, LSU has to hire a coach, whether it be Lane Kiffin or John Summerall.
Summerall has reportedly reached a deal with Florida, and that'll be announced tomorrow. That's what I read.
That's okay.
Yeah. So again, Florida making, I don't know about Summerall in the SEC.
I think that's interesting that he would not have waited for the LSU decision.
Well, I think we know the LSU decision. They're down to one guy. So
yeah, but if Lane happens to stay in
well, LSU would never hire someone like that, I don't think.
Well, I'm surprised that Florida would reach back into the group of 5 ranks again.
That's where I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, very odd.
They didn't like the last group of 5 guy.
No.
But also, hilariously, Florida did kick the crap out of Florida State tonight. That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that had to be the worst Florida State game in a long while. I mean, both teams are terrible.
That knocked Florida State out of bowl eligibility, too.
Oh, wow.
So I think they finished at 5-7.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks for them.
Yeah, let's see here. So, yeah, Nevada, they're under the 2 minutes in the first half, 28-3. And it's in Nevada, by the way. So,
well, obviously.
Well, at Nevada, let's say. It's in Reno.
Not Las Vegas.
That's what I meant. Don't try to make it like I'm stupid or something.
Technically, you were right and wrong.
Yes, I understood where you're going with that, though. What else is there to talk about? So, yeah, the Mountain West, we'll see what happens. This football game, I guess we can give some predictions here as we wrap up. It's just going to be more of the same, right? Because I don't believe anything is going to change because they haven't tried yet. And so why try now? They're just stuck in their ways, and they're going to go down with the ship. I don't think Drew will play meaningful snaps because they're insane.
Yeah. If they don't play him now, they don't know what they have.
Yeah, you just as well.
It's
a free game because you could redshirt him still.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's already been playing, so it doesn't matter. But
yeah.
I mean, he's within the 4, so.
Yeah, but it's not like you're going to play him in a 5th game, is what I mean, right? And then
no. We'll take him to our bowl game.
Yes, and I used to joke back when we were going to college. It was my favorite restaurant. Is like I'd always used to joke, we're going to the Teriyaki Bowl this year, but that place is no longer open. So, but it was the best Asian food in Laramie, as far as I'm concerned. Some good stuff.
I don't think I ever went there.
Really?
I
went to the Teriyaki Bowl.
I kept my dealings to Applebee's because back then they used to have the $20 steak that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd hit like Applebee's, we'd hit Wingers because Wingers was the best.
Sure.
Then what was the Mexican food joint out in West Laramie that was like in a house?
Oh yeah. I should know the name of it. Good Lord. Corona Village.
No, not Corona Village.
The house. The one in the house. Oh, in
Where
West Laramie. Oh, yeah.
Like bowling alley style seating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place was the best. I loved that place.
Wasn't that had some person's name?
It's Corona Village was like for when we had extra money in our pocket.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. You
Yep.
said West Laramie, and I got confused.
Yeah, no. And the best Wendy's in Laramie was out of the truck stop too.
Or the truck stop's great too. The Iron Skillet.
Oh yeah, I think we hit there a couple times too.
Some good late night food if you wanted grease.
Yeah, I miss college. Life was much simpler back then.
They were. There was no YouTube for us to, right? We'd have been talking about Vic Koenig back then, who, in my opinion, is a better coach than Jay Savell. So let's just marinate on that for a few minutes here.
Let's not. I just remember being extremely hungover one morning and looking out my dorm window and seeing the goalposts race down Grand Avenue because the Cowboys had just beaten Air Force for their second win of the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, we celebrated the little things back then.
That happened.
I know.
That actually happened. So
I rolled out of bed. I'm like, what's all this noise?
Speaking of Air Force, did you see I reposted it? And it's the tweet that I've had reposted the most. And it's not even mine. Is the Air Force graphic that they put out after they beat the Sheep yesterday? How beautiful is that? Good job, Academy.
I didn't think they had it in them. I expect that kind of stuff out of us, but not them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was the official account. Wyoming would never do so. We should have though.
Like you and I would do that, but
we should have tweeted something like that, like the university official account after we beat them said, yeah. But so if you haven't seen it, maybe I'll pull it up here really quick. So if you haven't seen it, let me just get it here.
Also, did you guys cover how wild it is that Colorado State hired Jim Mora?
No.
How wild is that?
I don't really want to talk about it because it literally has no impact on us.
Except for we play him next year.
True. Let's see here. Where's this damn tweet?
Chad, look at the chat.
Oh, there we go. Nice. Yeah, Air Force was ranked.
I love
they
that
were
so much.
They were ranked.
All right, so Outlaw must be about the same age as us then.
Yeah, I think Outlaw was talking about something on Twitter, and he's definitely in the same vein as us. Let me get this Air Force tweet up, and then we'll get moving here. If you have not seen the tweet, there it is. Air Force Falcon with the Ram Falcon trophy.
That's so awesome.
Sent them packing with a sheep or a ram with an empty suitcase.
Just beautiful. So
Pac-12 this way.
Yeah, I mean, if Wyoming had any balls, they would have done the same thing after we kept the boot too.
Yeah.
But the way the Falcon has his little wing pointed up, it definitely looks like he is giving them the bird.
It looks like to me he's giving the thumbs up, but yeah, sure.
Figuratively, because he is also a bird.
There we go.
03. So a couple years older than us.
Yeah.
So we were, 05?
4 for me.
Oh, look at me.
I was on the 4-year plan, not the 6-year plan or whatever you were on.
I was on the leave after 2 and go to Casper and find a degree that didn't suck the life out of me.
So, yeah. So, all right, let's do some predictions. Do you have a final score in your head for this last football game that will put us out of our misery? I will be interested to see how many people stay up. I mean, I might not even watch the whole thing. That's how much I'm really don't care, but we'll see.
I'll be up for it. I mean, it's our last full college football Saturday. Like, what kind of coward goes to bed early? If you don't stay up for Hawaii After Dark, what are you even doing? Well, I would bet Hawaii gets the 35.
Really? Whoa. It's going to be a blowout if that happens.
I would bet Wyoming probably gets to 17.
I don't know.
I don't think Hawaii's defense is that good, and that may go in our favor.
Sure. Neither was Nevada's. Neither was UNLV. Neither was Air Force.
Well, we did put 17 on UNLV, so.
So like 31, what are you saying? 35-17?
I'm thinking like 35-17-ish.
Okay.
Although, well, we did score 31 on Northern Iowa.
It's our highest
score
output.
35 on San Jose State. So we have it in us.
No.
It exists somewhere. We put 28 on the sheep. That'd be kind of cool too, I guess. Yeah, we got points in there somewhere. Maybe we've been saving them all season.
All right. I'll go 31-10.
Okay.
And I'm just giving us double figures just to be nice. I don't think we'll get to double figures.
Yeah, and that's kind of dicey too. I mean, Sandvik's really been struggling kicking field goals, so that maybe I don't know. Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, so just hope for no career-ending injuries, I guess. Let's hope that they
bring everybody healthy home and take away Twitter on their flight back so they can't be tweeting that they're leaving.
Yeah, so they can't portal on the plane.
Turn the onboard Wi-Fi off. I'm sure the pilots have that ability. Just say there's a solar flare happening and we don't want to crash the plane. Take away the Wi-Fi.
Could you imagine how terrible that flight would be with no Wi-Fi?
People used to do it for years and years until the last few. So
I know. Yeah, it's 8.5. It started at 10.5. I have a bet down. So, I mean, that's free money at -8.5. I mean, if you're not betting Hawaii, on the spread, what are you doing, bro?
I live in backwards Montana where we can't gamble from our houses. So I still got my Fernando Mendoza Heisman winner riding though. So
nice.
I put that in after John Mateer broke his hand, so I think that might pay out.
I've just received in the group chat, Brian has finally caught on to how to watch this game, and he's not happy, let's just say.
Well, he's not going to be able to, so.
Okay, he's got the same. He's angry, but at the end, he gets to the same conclusion I did, is to Chromecast it to your TV. So,
yep.
So there we go. So, yeah, we'll give you 15 minutes until kickoff here. So we'll give everybody time to, figure out, make sure they can get connected, because I know it's kind of a...
Fill your glass of wine up or beer or whatever.
Get some beer. Fill up your glass. And, yeah. So... watch the game. Basketball tomorrow, too. Big one at Texas Tech. Wyoming's a 19.5-point underdog, which is a lot of points in basketball. But
it is, but it's one of their first really, really big tests of the season, right? They've been...
see how they do.
They've been kind of... They're on... they've been playing really well, right? But they haven't been playing elite competition. Well, now is elite competition time,
yeah. So next week we'll have a midweek show. We'll talk about the end of the football season. We'll have Texas Tech. We'll have signing day, and we'll have the Mountain West title game to talk about. So, yeah, so catch us midweek. No post game, obviously, because we're not staying up until 1 or 2 in the morning. Thank goodness.
You got one more. Got one more in the chat.
Who wins the Mountain West this year? I don't know. We got to see who gets in.
San Diego State.
Really? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea who's going to get in.
I don't either, but that's just what I'm guessing.
It's going to be not New Mexico. That I can tell you.
Man, if they let New Mexico to that title game, anything could happen.
Yeah,
like,
but they're not going to get in.
I watched that game yesterday. That quarterback he's good.
Where do they get him from?
Oh God, I don't remember.
All right, that's fine because we're going to get moving. But I'll give you a second, I guess, to figure it out.
Yeah, he's one of the zillion transfers on that team. I know that.
Oh,
he was the quarterback at Idaho last year.
Oh, okay. He came with him. Auburn and Alabama tied at 20 in the fourth quarter. Oh, boy. That is a good one. So, all right, everybody. So we will be back midweek with a extravaganza of WyoNation Roundup. We're talking about literally everything. So we'll look forward to it. Hey, remember, if things get too bad tonight, either, crack open that second, third, or fourth beer, or just go to bed. That's the advice I'll leave you.
It's good advice.
So until then, everybody, try to enjoy the game, and we'll catch you in midweek next week for a roundup. All right. Adios. Go Pokes.
Go Pokes.